Do you have any questions that you want us to answer? Yes, Linda.
Hi, Christina, and thank you. I've joined in for the question time. I've been a member for about a bit over a year, and I'm doing a pathway. I'm now at level 3. When I joined with the leadership pathway, and at the same time I bought the printed version. You may not be able to answer this. So what I've tried to initiate is the leadership printed pathway, because I've received the books for 1 and 2.
Yep.
Now I'm actually finished level 3, but because I'm doing the online version and was hoping to receive the printed version, I haven't been able to initiate the next set of books. So I suppose my question is, how do I do that? Because I've been progressing through the online version in Basecamp, but I bought the books so that I didn't have to print things off. But when I emailed International, when I finished level 2, they said to me that I had to initiate it through the
VPE.
The VPE, thank you.
Yep.
Mm.
And so anyway, so I haven't been receiving the books since then. So any idea what I need to do?
You can email supply orders to ask them to resend it. It's because of the pandemic, they have problems sending documents. So I would suggest to contact supply orders. I've sent the email somewhere. Oh, there you go. You can email supply orders. I send it now.
Thank you.
So email the supply orders at toastmasters.org to just ask them, where is my next project? So I believe for printed version, there's an automatic set of electives that they will send you, unless you tell them the electives projects you want.
I wondered, though, I actually initiated this before the pandemic. And I wondered, do I need to go online into the printed version to sort of repeat what I've done on the online version for that to happen?
Say that again.
So when we're in our online version, we go through and basically you're completing in the online, in Basecamp.
Yes.
So do I need to do that in the printed version as well?
So this is your view. So as a member who's doing the pathways in printed version, you don't have to do anything. It's the vice president of education. So when you finish a level, so your vice president of education needs to submit that so that it will go to your profile that you completed that one. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to do, because it's like in the previous program, in the legacy program, that you have the printed version, and mostly all the works, anything that is Toastmaster administration side of things, is being done by the vice president of education. So it's the same way here. You still have, you work on your on your printed version, and then you just tell your vice president of education or your Basecamp managers to submit this achievement. You just tell her, I finished level 1, I finished level 2, here it is, here's all the documents. And your Basecamp managers, which is the vice president of education, will submit the necessary documents in Toastmasters Central.
Thank you. I think that's where I need to go, because I've tried the supply orders aspect and that had no action. So thanks, Christina.
No worries. Is there any, Carole, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just sent you a message.
Yep.
To say I've only just joined the meeting and I'm enrolled in visionary communication. I started a couple of years ago, but I found it so hard to navigate. I haven't got very far with it. So am I in the right room to discuss this? And what to do?
You're in the right room. What do you want to know about visionary communication?
I've just lost the plot completely with the pandemic, so I don't even know what I need to ask. I know that I've found it hard to work through the program, particularly with all those evaluations of evaluations of evaluations that seem to be quite sort of circular process, and I couldn't seem to find my way out of the maze.
Do you want to take this, Aiko?
What?
I know.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
you're passing the
Aiko.
buck.
Yes. Do you want to take this, Aiko?
About the evaluations?
Mm-hmm.
Like where to get the evaluation form, or like?
No, I'm just sort of trying to remember what stage I was at. It was, I know that I did a speech and then it was evaluated, and then I had to evaluate the evaluator. And I seem to be going down this rabbit hole, and I didn't really get any further with Pathways. I was finding it frustrating to navigate on the site for a start, but also the the structure of that, particularly as I'm an experienced Toastmaster, to go back to the, that beginning and all these evaluations. I've done so many thousand evaluations. How do I get beyond all this? So is there a way around that's I can...
Oh, absolutely, Carole, there is. Can I just show a really quick tutorials? So in Pathways, there's so many resources, and I get it that it's quite overwhelming. So can I just point you to one place? So it is very handy for members to know where to look at. So in Basecamp, when you log into Basecamp, know that there's a tutorials and resources at the very top. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So go in there and have a look. So if you go there, so you just have to click it again. It's not very user-friendly at the moment, but bear with me. So once you get there, you will find there's a lot of information there. Now, go to the tutorials, and from here, you can see there's a lot of videos. I will encourage you to have a look at these videos. Watch them. There's not too many of them. At the moment, there's only, 6? And then if also navigate the frequently asked questions, it will also help you understand all the Basecamp.
Okay.
Yeah. Another thing, so this is all, so as I've said, there's not that many. So as you can see, there's only 5 frequently asked questions. This will, once you have a read of this will give you a really good idea of what Pathways is, the Basecamp, and all those things. Another thing that I would recommend is the level guides. This one was created by Mark Snow from District 69. Have a look at this. I can share you where to get this. So have a look at this. It's really easy. For level 1, so you have different projects for level 1. So you have icebreaker project, evaluation and feedback. I think this is what you're mentioning before.
Mm-hmm.
And the last project is research and presenting. So the level 1 is quite easy. It's an icebreaker speech, speak for 4 to 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the only speech. However, in level 2, you have 2 projects, which is first, you have to do a first speech and then another speech, see the letter, which is incorporating the feedback from the first speech. And then you also, the last task of that project is to evaluate another member. Now, that evaluation that you're going to make needs to be evaluated by another member. I think that's the one that you mentioned. Am I correct?
Could be, yes. Mm.
So that's the one. So that's the only project that will require you to do 2 speeches and 1 evaluation, which is all evaluated.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll give you this. So this was created by Mark Snow from District 69. Very handy. I find this very handy when showing to the members. And it has all the level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It helps the members to understand the entire program. Very easy to understand. So there's the website, Toastmasters 69 Handy Pathways Guides. I'll send that to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Christina. Also, you can send it to me as well.
Okay, I'll pop that into our chat.
Okay, fine. And I've got a couple of questions, Christina. First of all, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
I'm already a part of a club. I've joined one more club. I've submitted the membership application a couple of days ago. So I'm expecting one more path to be available in my Toastmaster login. Is my understanding correct? No?
Now, as during the rollout of Pathways, Toastmasters International have given the members, for members who are member of 2 or more clubs, they get extra path. So that means they have 2 extra path. But there was a deadline. There's a deadline to that. I couldn't remember when was the deadline. Tracy, do you remember when was the deadline? Sometime last year?
Yeah, exactly. It was only an initial after we were launching from the 6th of December 2017, and I think it was only for 6 months during that transition period. Then beyond that, it was not available.
That's true. It's no longer available. So it's only like it's free, extra free path if you get it. Once you miss it, sorry. So now for new members, you only have 1 free path, and you have 90. Once you activated it and haven't completed any projects, you have 90 days to change your path.
Okay. See,
and you can only change once. You can't change multiple times. You can't say, oh, actually, I want to do strategic path. And then after 1 week, I changed my mind. I want to do leadership development. Nah, you can't do that. You can only change your mind once.
Okay, that's fine. See, as I mentioned, yes, I've already chosen a path, for example, presentation mastery, okay, as part of my current club. Okay, I'm not going to change. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to complete that. So I've joined the second club. I want to choose another path in parallel. So I think I need to pay $20, something like that, to choose a
US.
path. Yeah, US dollar. So same way, if I join more clubs, for example, 3 or 4 clubs, I am eligible to choose different paths in all, but I need to pay. That's only the stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Kumar, I just wanted to clarify, you don't have to purchase a path because you're in another club. You could choose to just continue and complete that one path and be doing it in multiple clubs.
Oh, okay. That's the second question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, it's not mandatory for you to get another path because you're in another club. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, but both options available anyway. So I
Correct.
Can, both options available. Okay. I at the moment I'm doing a presentation mastery. I've completed level 1, but when I joined 3 more clubs, I can do it in parallel, right? Level 2, level 3, level 4. I'll try to complete as soon as possible. That's fantastic. Even if I complete one path, am I eligible for another path for free or no? Sorry, I'm asking this question. For example, presentation mastery I've chosen. Okay, I'm completing tomorrow.
Yes.
So for the second part, do I need to pay or?
Yes. You have to pay. Every member, regardless of how many clubs you belong to, we only get 1 free path.
Okay.
Other than that, you have to pay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
I actually had a question.
Yes,
Hi,
yes,
Christina.
Prabhu. Hi, Prabhu.
Yeah. Hi, Tracy. Hello, all. So, to be honest, like this is, I don't know if it will come under what specific it will come under, but I'm the VP of Deakin University, and advertising pathways to potential members. It's a challenge that I feel. So, are there any ways that I can make the pathways more appealing to the guests and say that, hey, this is an awesome thing that I have learned so and so things from. And there are any other way, though I have personal experiences, are there any other mediums that I can use to promote pathways for guests and get members, to be very honest?
Thank you, Prabhu. That's a really good question, and the answer to that is yes. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I encourage you to go to Toastmasters. Send me an email. I'll be able to give you some resources, some links. So Toastmasters already created this promotional pamphlet that you can give away to your prospective members. You don't have to create them. You can create them if you want, but you already have the text, the materials, the title, and what are the benefits. So yes, there's a lot of materials. I don't need to recreate anything. Just get them from Toastmasters International Resources and send them to your prospective clients.
Okay, and also, can I, since we have a university to go with, so can I put them on, can I use them on a public forum, putting it in front of a library board on any board that I can find it on campus? And can I do that? Is it's not against the copyright? No, it's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Toastmasters encouraging. There's a pamphlet that I printed and I just leave it on my office desk, community desk, that people can just grab and read. So it's printable. It's available. You don't even need to log into the website. You can just download it and spread it. And there's also a YouTube video that you can also post it in your Facebook group that you can invite people to join your club. So I can send that to you. I'll just pop my email in the chat window. If just remind me, send me an email and I can send that to you guys. If you want resources about PR of Pathways and your club, I was also a PR in my in my previous role.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Christina.
No worries, pleasure. Do we
Yeah,
still have time, Tracy? Okay. Any more question?
just one more actually. Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm gonna log off now as I have another meeting. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Aiko. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Christina, Tracy, thank you for asking. Thank you for clarifying my questions. Even I'm logging off. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Yes. Thank you, Kumar, for attending.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Christina. I'm off. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Carol.
Bye-bye.
We still have session number 2 if you guys
Yeah, I might come
want to
back.
say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye. Yes, Prabhu, what's your other question?
so also there is, one of the projects that I have to do is to conduct online meetings. So is that project possible? Like, I have conducted as a Toastmaster before,
Yes.
and that comes under the project. So can I approve that? So since I'm the VP, also that becomes a moral obligation that whether I can even approve such a thing or not, or or should I even, what I don't know. It's something of a confusion at this point.
Okay, so Toastmasters, so Pathways, you have 3 base camp managers. The main one is the vice president of education, and the second one is the president and the secretary. So there's 3 base camp managers for every club, unless of course there's only, you don't have a president or secretary. So
Okay.
if you are one of the base camp managers, you need to ask the other club officers or the other base camp managers to approve your level completion and submit that to base camp, to club officers central to submit your award. So you don't do it yourself. You ask your other base camp managers to do it for you and to verify that you completed the projects and the tasks required to complete that level.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
No
That's
worries,
all,
Prabhu.
Christina.
No worries.
Yeah. Also, like, can I get your email? Like, I want to drop out because yeah, I'm a little bit going a bit busy, I think. So
No
I wanted
worries.
to
I've
just,
sent my email at the chat box, so feel free to email me if you have any questions about the PR, the resources where you can print, and the YouTube videos. We have so many resources in Toastmasters.
Sure.
I will be able to send it to you, Prabhu. And Linda,
Okay.
if you're interested.
Yeah. And Christina, it's a C capital on your email ID. It is capital C Christina dot.
It doesn't matter.
Barbon.
Email address is not case sensitive. It doesn't matter if it's capital or not.
Oh, yeah.
It will work either way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All good, Christina. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
No
and
worries.
Also, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you, Linda. And also,
No
thank you
worries.
to the Zoom master, Heath. Thank you. Bye.
No worries. Thank you for attending, Prabhu.
No, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
No worries. Linda, you are the only one remaining. Do you have any question? You got us.
Well, I suppose I'm interested in the pathways in depth, so I can hang in there. But I notice there's not questions after that.
I know there is.
Okay.
We always have a Q&A.
Okay.
We always have a Q&A after the session. So after Michael's presentation, we will have a 50 minutes Q&A. So yes.
Thank you. One thing I really find extraordinary is the professionalism in presentation. So I love that you've got your background with the information on it. So I'm just, you know, bravo for that.
We, you know, here in our district, we take pride in backgrounds.
Also, that would be a question. So if you've made that yourself and then put that into your backgrounds, in your virtual backgrounds?
Yes. So that is just a text. I can teach you how to do that. It's just PowerPoint. I just put I use the timer background template and then just put some text.
Oh, and
Thank
you
you.
converted the color, obviously.
Not the color. We're not allowed to do that. That's Toastmaster branding. I will get in trouble if I change the color. Our program quality director is in the room, Carl Yuch. I'll get in trouble if I change the color. So we have to be very strict in branding, Toastmaster branding.
I am watching you. I'm watching you.
So I'm not allowed to change any colors. I'll get in trouble.